Peace. This is Pure Bliss of Pure Zen Solutions, and I hope that you're in a beautiful space. If not so without, then I pray that you have the power to tap into that within, because that is the only space that you're truly in control of. Today we're going to be doing a card pull for Divine Feminine. So let's get started. 5. All right, sweet and to the point today, baby. So our heart is where I will start. One from the heart. Be grateful. So, and be grateful, that card reminds me of Chris and Teve's song, "The only way to be great, to be great, to be great is be grateful." So there's a lot of energy coming in with this spring for just the collective in general. But with a lot of energy, becomes a lot of responsibility, right? And, fall and winter, it wasn't no hope, just cut and dry. And there were some things that definitely came up for us that challenged our perspective on life, challenged, how we viewed ourselves mostly in general. But see that tree growing up within, right? Growth requires friction. And and as you're going through the changes of life, it is always important to focus on the things that are happening that you desire, and then focus it on the things that are happening that you don't. Because what you focus on manifests. So if you want, if you want peace, if you want love, if you want abundance, if you want, the coins to increase, focus on the coins increases, focus on the energy that you want to increase. Be grateful for what you have in your life, and focus on expanding that gratitude in other aspects of your life. When you're able to find the lesson in things, when you're able to find the lesson in things, it's when you get to a space of, why is this happening to me? I understand that this is happening for me. Okay, so definitely be grateful. It's definitely significant. It's definitely important. It's definitely a key component to manifestation. All right. So since we started out with gratitude, what exactly are we striving to be grateful for? It's always funny when somebody tells you to be grateful, but what am I being grateful for though? So let's do 2 cards about this abundance energy that's coming through. Determination. Harmony. Okay, so determination, it's interesting because those 2 cards are back to back. Determination, 21. That goes down to a 3. And then harmony, 22, that goes down to a 4. And then our first card, I forgot to tell you the number, 52, resonates with a 7. So we're definitely dealing with some cyclical energy. We're definitely looking to make some things come to an end that are blocking us from our next transition. I know for me personally, I had some energy build up in my right inner knee. And when I looked at my emotions charts, because the beautiful thing about the body is you can learn a lot about yourself and about the emotions that you are suppressing or feeling by just tapping into what's going on with your body, And so when I looked at my emotional chart, it was saying fear, fear of those around me, and some insecurities, right? And so I'm in this place in my life where a lot of things that I've been asking for are coming to me easily and effortlessly, but not so much without like obstacles, right? And I'm realizing that my obstacles that are coming up right now are connected to me. It's connected to, or maybe like a distraction to get into a self-sabotage, if that makes sense. In my mind, I'm kind of seeing like a Super Mario game, and you can kind of like go into this other pathway, or you can like keep staying straight, and this other pathway, you familiar with there because you've been there a few times. You know what that self-sabotage looks like. Or you can keep going forward, right? You can stay determined. You can stay focused. You can stay on your square is what that feels like, right? Knowing and recognizing that this energy is coming up, and then understanding that you do not have to subscribe to this energy. You can just transition right back into gratitude and focus on what you're focusing on is a beautiful thing. Because at the end of the day, only thing that we're striving for is harmony, and that harmony is going to come from within. Okay, and once we're in a harmonic space, we unlock our creative energy at a totally different level, divine feminine. And so we know that we are super manifestors. Okay, we know that we can create whole beings from our bodies. So that creative energy it doesn't have to be used for creating life. It can also be used for creating the things that we desire from our hearts. So definitely be grateful, stay determined, and stay harmonious with for yourself. Okay, gratefulness leads to harmony, and determination keeps you in that harmonious place. Let's see, who else wants to speak today? Dragons for some reason. I don't know if I've ever used this deck in a live reading. Let's see what they have to say. Pulling 2 cards from here. Kuan Yin's Pink Dragon brings firm love that resets your karmic balance. See all your cords dissolve by transcendent love. Enjoy your freedom. Look for the divine around you. Black Dragon cocoons you so that your divine potential grows. Meditate, reflect, undergo metamorphosis. Okay, so I really love these cards. Let me show you the card. So the Pink Dragon, right? So, you know, I feel like Divine Feminine has been going through its own metamorphosis and what it means to be Divine Feminine as well. As Divine Masculine is resetting itself, we naturally follow suit. And so when it comes to how to love and who to love, we've definitely been under a revolution, especially because a lot of us Divine Feminine have been stepping into like our boss bag, just point blank period. We've been really showing out and showing up, and it's given us a level of freedom that really hasn't been accessible to us in past generations, right? And with that level of freedom kind of becomes, I subscribed it to my friend yesterday as I feel like I'm being bad right now because I'm doing whatever I want to do, and I'm like looking around the corner making sure nobody's like coming to pop my hand, but then I realize that I'm grown and I can do what I want to do. So in living in that freedom, you go against those when you've been conditioned for so long, right, by parents, society, and really your own internal fear. You no longer need those people to tell you, you know, don't do this, don't do that, don't go this way, don't go that way, because they're here, right? And so we have been dissolving all of those doubters in our mind. We have been dissolving all of those limiting perspectives in our mind, and now we're in this space of freedom that we've never been before. And it's kind of it's fun, and it's exciting, but it's also kind of like am I supposed to be here? And the answer is yes, you are supposed to be here. And know that you are being protected in this space, even especially because this space is a new space for you. Know that you're not going through this alone. You know, you kind of have this unfuckwitableness about you that you rightfully deserve, that you worked hard for. So be grateful that the hard work that you have been putting in is coming to fruition, and don't go backwards, right? Stay forwards, right? It is a little scary and it also is always easier to fall into our default actions. But I promise you, if you decide to stay pushing towards where you want to go, and not decide to revert to who you used to be. It's going to be the harmonious, peaceful, loving, abundant space that you've been manifesting for so long. Okay, you deserve this shit. Okay, you deserve to be happy. You deserve freedom. You deserve the love that you want. Love is an evolution, right? We're in a love revolution. I've been saying that for a while, but now we're to the point where the revolution is not just within. We're expressing that without. And as we're expressing that without, everybody's not going to agree with how you perceive love. Everybody is not going to feel like you deserve to be so loud. Like, some people are going to be offended that you love yourself so much. And that's their own shit. That don't have nothing to do with you. That don't mean you stop shining just because they can't handle how brightly you shine. Okay, that reminds me of a card that came up in a personal reading that I was doing, where the card was basically like, this big person was the center of the card, and then they had all these external things behind them, and it was basically this energy of, be as big as you're supposed to be. Don't shrink back into a space because the space around you is uncomfortable how big you are. What happens is when you change the world within, it forces the external world to change. But as the external world is changing, you have to hold your square, okay? You have to. Because the external world, just like it was a whole process for you to change your internal world, it's going to be a whole process for the external world to change. But what you're going to realize is it's not going to take as long because you've already done the hard part, okay? So hold your ground, stay in your peace, stay in the energy that you work so hard to be in, because you deserve to be there. If you would like a personal reading from me, please inbox me so we can get that thing scheduled. And that's all I have for you today, Divine Feminine. Keep me in your beautiful, amazing, multi-manifesting self. You deserve this. You've done an amazing job loving on yourself, healing yourself all fall and winter. And so now it's time for you to show the world what you've been really doing. All right? I love you. Talk to you soon. Peace.